Distracted by the camera.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Boston's Comedy Club! Please welcome your host and Roastmaster General for the evening, Dave Holly!
Hello, everybody. Are we having fun so far? It gets down, ramp up in a real quick hurry. There's no doubt about that. Now, I know that they already told you to make sure that you keep your cell phones silenced, okay? But in terms of taking pictures, you know how a lot of places you'll go and in the beginning, they'll say, make sure, there's no videography, there's no still photography, blah, 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 blah. We're all social media wars up here, so fire away and have social media the shit out of this thing, okay? Oh, and by the way, I've already got mine on vibrate and putting it right here in my pants. 605-376-6676. Oh, first one. All right. Hey, I hope you're all ready for a roast. Yes. Normally, steak guy. But sometimes it's just good to stab a nice big rump. Roast. There will definitely be some jabs tonight, as well as some birds, but no bars. Yeah, no carrots either. Our dais does include 4 females and 7 males. Sounds kind of like picking a jury, doesn't it? Well, those of late have been very laughable as well. Let's profile the jury. I need the dais. He's 34, but not 34, 24, 36. Desperately wanting to be liked by everybody, it's Nate Holtz. Nate's brother is my doctor. And just like Nate, great guy, very personable. First time we met, he says, hey, let's exchange digits. I said, okay, so I gave him my phone number. And then he gave me 1 digit. Called an exam and maybe paid $250 for it. Well, at least he does send Valentine's Day cards. Valentine's, of course, is a great celebration. Tonight we're here to celebrate, because my name's Dave Holly, and for me, every day is a holiday. And I love all the holidays. But you know what? Jerry Irving. I feel for Jerry. Jerry had a birthday just a couple of days ago, but it was overshadowed by some other comedian here in town that had a birthday, and then he performed the night of his birthday, and then he was on this big show, late night booming and everything. And now tonight, I'm sure everyone saw something about the flu bug this week, on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, Hacky Sack, Humpty Dumpty, list goes on. So, Jerry, belated happy birthday to you. Wow. If we do roast you, it'll be all dark meat. Chris Fryer, perfect name for a roaster. Big time celebrities used to get roasted at the Friars Club.
Yeah.
Locals get roasted at Bosses along with pizza and toasted ravioli. Chris is a self-proclaimed womanizer. So when he goes to social media, he has to remind himself that Twitter has a W in it. Jenny Mac, my show wife, stage wife, not a trophy wife, but dear mother others look for a trophy they'd like her rack. She and I have hosted a lot of shows together. She has instructed the dais that certain words are not to be used in reference to any of the women tonight. Woo! I applaud that. I also applaud the website powerthesaurus.org. I now either have 276 words I can't use or 274 that I can. The oxymoron of the group. Big, John, small. While this is Zach's baby day celebration, John had to use a calculator to figure out his age. And some people confuse me with John sometimes. And I say, there's one easy way to keep us separated. One of us has a great voice, and the other one owns Sunny Radio. But I gotta give him kudos. He sued Chuck Brennan, who was successful, giving it to him right up the old Badlands. Jamie Cooker. Lines with Summer. Her husband Michael can attest. She's been on a roll on the comedy scene these days. Kansas City, Pittsburgh, Los Angeles, even Canton, South Dakota. She and Jerry and I did a show right after those damn tornadoes earlier this summer, which held the audience down to 6 paid attendees. If only she posted on her social media thick font. One of the best promo videos for tonight came from Reed Baxter. Now, for those of you that are dyslexic, it's okay to call him Baxter Reed. Glad to see you made it tonight. You see, this great video that Reed put together said it was at 9 p.m. Glad you made it on time. Andy Swan. Looking forward to your roast. I'm especially hoping that you bring some of that political humor because you're a liberal that hates liberals. Love that. I also understand you give great bear hugs. And I know, I'm not sure what's playing down at David's tonight, but there's some bears who do that. Alicia Rain. She has been on my podcast. In fact, she was the 100th guest. When I told her that during the interview, she was so excited, she went, woo. I found out that she's moving to Sioux Falls, and I went, woo. She is a lover of horror movies. Wait, horror. That's one of the words I'm not supposed to use tonight. The tallest of the group is Skylar Holtz. He played college basketball. He lives alone with his cat. Don't know how much he scored playing basketball, but his cat says he can really put on the moves. So at least he's got one pussy he can pet. The first time I ever saw Emily Wilson perform improv, she comes on stage doing a cartwheel. Hell, when I do an improv scene, I'm looking for the nearest chair. Reminded me of a gal back home who also had the last name of Wilson. She was very proud of it. So she actually had a W tattooed on each of her butt cheeks. So if you're looking at her from behind, it said, wow. If she did a handstand, it was wow. And if she did a cartwheel, it was wow, Mom, wow. Emily does have energy, although it's beginning to wane. She used to get drunk and dance. Now she just passes out on the couch. And me, I'm the old AF up here. In fact, I'm so old.
How old are you?
I'm so old, I remember when sick that you were ill. I'm so old.
How old are you?
I'm so old, I remember when dope was smoked. I'm so old.
How old are you?
I remember when dope was a bad thing. Now it's the greatest of all time. Thankful for that. Takes on better meaning for me now when somebody calls me a horny old goat. All right, we're here for a big celebration tonight, and our guest of honor has turned another year older. I need to let them know what happens the older you get, though. Your hearing gets mixed up. In fact, some of the reading even, and just as you say it out loud, will get that way. Like YouTube TV, if you recorded something, and then you go to watch it, and it'll say, choose a version. First time I thought it said, choose a virgin. The eyesight goes as well. Make sure, if you have glasses or corrective lenses of some sort, that you wear them in the morning in front of the medicine cabinet. The tube of Bengay should never be placed next to preparation H. Otherwise, you will definitely feel like you've been gay. Hopefully, age will be kind to the old man. You know, think of it. He's got to stay healthy. After all, he's made it through the worst case of the flu of everybody in the world. Now, I have to warn him that his groanies, they're in danger of eventually becoming moanies and groanies. It takes him a handful of bands to get his big rock star fix, you know. But best of all, you don't laugh at him. He'll laugh at himself. But I love Zach. We met him a few years ago. My wife and I became alcoholics because we liked him being the clerk at Hy-Vee in the wine and spirits department. We've been sober for several months now that he took another job. And then what was great was to watch Zach fall in love. There's a lady Becca, who we need to thank for putting this on the ice. She's been such a good person. And I remember when we first met Becca. It was the 4th of July during the pandemic, so it was just a small party that we had. And she was over there. She had on a sundress, and somebody noticed that she was wearing basketball shorts underneath her sundress. It's cool, you just got her own style and everything. And then it really made a lot of sense to me, because Zach had been saying for so long, her last name's Game. He'd been saying he wanted into his game shorts all the time. All right, enough of that. We're going to have plenty of roasting, plenty of jabs, plenty of burns. But before we do, we better have the subject for all of that. Get his golden ass up here. The man of the hour. The one, the only, Blue-Bug drummer, improv comedy man, Zach Dresch. You have no awareness. Can you get up there? 29. I think he's going to be holding that down for a while, too. All right. Our first roaster of the evening. As I mentioned, she is my show wife. We've been together on stage several times. We host the Foggies together. And she's also the queen of costume changes and social media. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Jenny Mack.
Thank you, Dave. Zach! Happy fucking birthday, Simon. It took 4 tries to get zipped into this top tonight. I've only got so much oxygen to give. The show was supposed to start at 8. If I would have been first up, I'd be dead. Drinks up, everybody. I am not the funny one. So I am sort of the Kris Jenner of this crowd. I really don't have any talent of my own, but I do like to hang out with famous people, and my kid is prettier than yours. Dave's right. Dave is my show husband. We've had to explain that a lot over the years to people. Show husband is not code for sugar daddy. If it was, you owe me a hell of a lot of money.
$1 a week?
Venmo, Jenny Mac. As far as age difference, one of the jokes I always tell about Dave is someone once asked me how I met my husband, and I said, oh, I met him in high school, and they thought I was talking about Dave, and so they turned to me and said, was he one of your teachers? They were very complimentary of my real husband at the time. I do have an age difference with Zach. My well-known crush on Zach. That's kind of the story of my trying to stay in his inner circle. I remember when I met Zach, I saw him in the corner. I thought he was so cute. He was quiet. He was kind of shy. He was really shy then. He was playing video games. I think he had headphones on. He had less hair. I knew almost immediately that my crush on him was going to be problematic, though, because I was actually there to hang out with his mom. Not with Zach. So I am really glad that at most of his shows, Zach will proudly proclaim that he was 24 when he lost his virginity, which is well into the legal age. Zach does have a girlfriend now. We should give another round of applause for beautiful Rebecca. She did all the work. Recently, Rebecca and Zach invited all of us over to their place for a bonfire, have a few drinks, talk about each other, talk about ourselves like we do. And their house is decorated with art that Becca has done. Their whole house is decorated with beautiful artwork that is Becca's personal work. And I think that more women should do that. More women should surround themselves with things that they find beautiful and stimulating. That's why my house is decorated with mirrors and pictures of them. Dave did mention my love of social media. I hope that everybody has already checked into Boss's Comedy Club on Facebook. If you haven't, do that now. Check in at this event. Follow Zach. Follow Zach on all the platforms, ZachDresch.com. I will tell you from personal experience that following him online is a lot less trouble than breaking the 500-foot rule. In addition to most social media platforms, I know Dave mentioned he has a podcast. I've hosted some podcasts. Zach, you have 2 or 3. I know that Jerry has a podcast. Pretty much all of us up here are successful podcasters. Nate's got a podcast, except for John. John sits in the room alone and talks to himself, but no one knows how to hear it. I'm excited to be up here with other women. I did previously do stand-up in Sioux Falls, and when I would get up on stage, I would tell people that I was the token tits, because it was mostly guys. There wasn't a lot of women. And then sometimes I would bring my cutlets along. That like improved the scenario. But now, since Jamie Tucker and Prairie Madness have come, the tits list has gotten so much longer. And you would think that everybody would be more excited about more tits out in Sioux Falls. But Nate is not excited about more tits in Sioux Falls. Nate has revealed he is uncomfortable with public nudity. Whoa. When he said that, I thought he was just talking about himself, because fair. But he was talking about other people that are comfortable with public nudity. And now I know why you never booked me. Chris, not uncomfortable with public nudity. Chris is very comfortable with it. He's actually got a great eye for it. He volunteered to be on point for nip slip patrol tonight. So thank you for your service. Zach is not the only local entertainer that I have a crush on. I'm very well known to be boy crazy, sometimes girl crazy. Emily, I see you over there. Lately, Jerry has been my most recent crush. It started when he started posting his pictures on his social media of things in Jerry's pocket. Let me repeat that. Things in Jerry's pocket. And also that he is an experienced camper, and I do like a man that can pitch a tent. Basically, if you're a local celebrity of any kind in this town and I haven't had a crush on you, there is something wrong with your performance. Skylar. I don't know if it's Andy that's laughing over there that loud. I'm so glad that you survived the pandemic, bro. That was not a fat joke. However, I did plan to eat you first if the zombies came. Zach, when they told me you were going to be up in the throne tonight, I know we talked about this. I was going to wear my Princess Leia costume. I have my leash all shined up and everything. But he wouldn't go for the Jabba the Hutt part. So I know that my set's been pretty G-rated. I know you came out for more than this. Things in Jerry's pocket. And I am running out of oxygen. So, the real fire is coming up. Everybody have a drink. I have been your fluffer for the evening. We love you so much, Mac. I'm Jenny Mac. Thank you for coming. Make sure you follow everyone on social media, and I will take my chicken cutlet off the dice.
We will go up against Jenny Mac. I'm glad you mentioned the throne. Yes, because that's an important part in every house. Sometimes the throne isn't close enough. And in fact, for Reed Baxter, it wasn't until he was in 5th grade. Wow. Poked your pants, huh? Had to hang your underwear up in your locker? Well, that's embarrassing. Speeches? Okay.
I didn't want to miss the field trip.
There we go. Yes. Those are fun. You were first in 5th grade when you're a little bit nervous before that. All right, but 5 is a good number for him because he's been performing stand-up now since 2005. So put your hands together for Reed Baxter.
It's up to me to open this fucking shit show up. Dave Holly, thank you so much. If nobody ever knows this, Dave, you actually used to weigh over 400 pounds. 420. 420. Congratulations for losing it all. Zach, great job on picking it up. Jamie Tucker. Hi, Jamie. Jamie's very funny, Jamie. If nobody knows this, Jamie was actually a teen mom in high school, so she really lived up to her potential. She's actually wearing the same dress that when she was pregnant in 1988. Jerry Irving, what's up? I love how you and John are sitting together. I love you guys in Cool Runnings.
Some people say they know they can't believe.
For a while. So John Small. Yeah, he is the walking oxymoron, right? The last name is Small and he's fucking gigantic. But also because of his first name, it's John, that's where his fucking comedy material belongs. Lisa Rand? Lisa? Hi, Lisa. She's such a sweetheart. I love Lisa. Lisa Rand, everybody knows. If you guys don't know this, she's a librarian and runs online comedy shows. You should check them out, yeah. So she's used to the silence. So. Andy Swan! What's up, It's funny, whenever Andy Swan does stand-up, anybody talks to his set, he fucking calls them out and just yells at them, just berates them, which is the same thing that he does to the girls that are kidnapped in his fucking basement. You are a scary motherfucker. He also talks a lot about serial killers in his set, or as he calls them, role models. Skylar Boggs? Who's Skylar? What's up, buddy? Skylar didn't know, but recently found out. Actually, I didn't know this. I found out that you're an avid collector of VHS? VHS? Not the tapes. Varieties of human skin. It's just something fucking giants do, I guess. I mean, Andy Swan compared lampshades made from his mother. People don't know this also, Skylar too is a survival of 9/11. He just had to move his head out of the way. By the way, he's selling shirts if anybody's interested. If anybody's worried about another fucking TP shortage. You are great. Just goes to show that like his sex life, how desperate he is. By the way, I'm on Facebook, Instagram. Nathan Holtz? I love you, Nathan. By the way, I just got married recently, and Nathan was the officiant at my wedding. Yes, he did a fantastic job. It was a beautiful day. It was outside, and I'm so sorry, Nate. I forgot that you cannot be outside longer than never. You look great. You do look great. You look awesome, by the way. Nate, he's lost a few pounds, so good for him. He looks fantastic, you guys. He's done it a few times. First he's fat, then he's skinny, then he's fat, then he's skinny. The fucking planets are getting confused where to rotate around. We were outside, and he was recently telling me that he bought shoes for goddamn $300. He also has a kid at home that's 3 years old. So no college then, or? Emily Wilson, hi. Emily Wilson. I don't know a lot about you. We don't really talk very often. I do know that you grew up on a pig farm, right? Cool. That's awesome. Hopefully we can hear some Zach and Andy calls later. And look at that smile. She has such a huge smile. Look at that smile. You know what they say about big smiles? Huge bush. And it's nice to see that you and Zach are wearing similar clothes. You look like his fucking skeleton. Jenny Mac, great job tonight, Jenny Mac. I really don't know a lot about you, but thank you for coming, which is something that seems like you have to fake a lot. We get it, you preferred the 2016 Ghostbusters. Shut the fuck up. Chris Fryer, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Fryer should have started the show. That way you guys would have had a nap before the actual show started. He told me that he grew up on a sheep farm and that just explains the women that he brings to the shows. I think that's everybody. Besides our guest, Zach Dresch. Give it up to Zach Dresch. Zach, I'm so sorry that Mom and Curly couldn't be here tonight. I did as well. A drummer, an actor, comedian, unable to lose weight. Is there anything that he can't do? Ladies and gentlemen. And have you seen this man's penis? For real, anybody? Has anybody seen it? Have you seen it? If this was the multiverse, like if this was a Marvel multiverse situation, this would be the ones where Richard Simmons said, "Fuck it." You are a great actor, and I love seeing you on TV doing your commercials. And honestly, one day I think you will win an Oscar Meyer eating contest. It's the best one. Last one here, real quick. Zach, you're an idiot. He said he didn't know what cruise control until about 3 years ago. You didn't know what it was?
What?
It's crazy because it appears that's what your metabolism has been on for the last 18 years. You guys, in all seriousness, Zach Dresch is one of the most wonderful people that I've ever met in my life. And I'm so glad that we're friends. And just so genuine and always has a lot of love in his heart. And just one of those, I can't say it enough. I'm going to start getting emotional here with this fucking shit-stained pants in front of me. I just realized that. God damn it. Zach Dresch, I love you. Happy birthday. Guys, have fun tonight. Thank you so much. Reed Baxter.
Reed Baxter, right here. Great job, dude. I'm glad you brought up Zach's penis. Zach has his bit that he does, the Brodies, at the end, or at least many times at the end of it, a quick set at least. And he goes on about all these little stupid jokes and so forth. Yeah, well, a lot of people actually send Zach Brodies, what they think would be fun. I gave him one. I said, go ahead, feel free to use it anytime. He's never performed. So I have to. Did you hear about the man who had 5 penises? His pants fit like a glove. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Never mind. All right. Our next presenter. You already heard she grew up on a big farm. She's a lover of the outdoors. She hikes. She also runs half marathons. She doesn't run in heels, though. She made her husband go out to the car at night to get something for me. So she's not complete. Well, you know what? She's an incredible talent. She is an absolute great actor. Phenomenal actor. Yeah. She also is in improv with Zach, and she's funny as can be. Already told you how energetic she is and so forth, but the one thing she tells you is she can't sing. All that talent, and she can't sing. And obviously a little tough time with lyrics.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Tough time with lyrics. All right. So that's why she wrote everything down for tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, Emily Wilson.
I'm so bad with lyrics. The first time I ever sang Crazy Train in front of my husband, I said, "Cannonball!" And he says, "What?" I said, "Cannonball." So he says, "The beginning of Crazy Train." He goes, "No, it's all aboard." So yeah, I really do suck at lyrics. Zach. Hi, friend. Hi. I just want to let you guys know I am here before you as a stand-up comic virgin. So, friend Zach here popping our cherry together. And just like Zach's first time, this is going to be awkward, it's going to be fast, it's going to end prematurely, and we're all going to cry. At least that's what I suppose happened.
Yeah.
So Dave Hawley. You know, Dave Hawley is just the sweetest guy. He's so sweet. In fact, he gave himself diabetes. Well, now that Wilfred Brimley is dead, Dave Hawley is crossing his fingers to be the next diabetes spokesperson. He would cross his toes, but diabetes will not bite. You may not realize this, but Dave and Ron Jeremy have a lot in common. They both have an unusual amount of body hair, and they both come in high fructose corn syrup. It's a sperm joke. All right. Have any of you ever seen a really bad, like, botched up shape job of vagina? Yeah? Okay. Well, that's pretty much what I envision when I think of Andy Swan over here. You know, Andy calls himself an alpha goth? An alpha goth. Pretty sure that's just a self-proclamation of, I live in my mom's basement, I'm gonna die a virgin. Your hand does not count, Andy. So the other day, I ordered a blow-up Thor doll off of Wish. They sent me Reed Baxter. Sorry, I had to give it 0 out of 10 stars. Sorry. I feel bad for you guys. Okay, I got your page. Sorry, guys. Okay. I'm almost there. Okay, Chris. Hi. Chris is very proud of all of his one-night stands. If Chris was actually any good at sex, he wouldn't have to rely on one-night stands to get laid. He's like Applebee's. Once you've had it, you're like, yeah, I don't need that ever. Unless your dad is demanding another night out. So I just met Jerry tonight for the first time ever. And after talking to him, I'm pretty sure we're all going to fail our drug test tomorrow. So Jerry just recently moved here from Detroit, and I just don't understand what a black man would benefit from moving to Sioux Falls. Rumor has it that he heard that plumbers have it pretty good here. The truth is, he has never laid more pipe since he met Chris Fryer. I am not making friends tonight. Our dear Jeannie Tucker is the only person to upgrade from Florida trailer trash to South Dakota trailer trash. Did you know that she was actually the pilot for MTV's Teen Mom? Florida actually sent her a cease and desist letter because even Florida didn't want to be associated with Jeannie. Yeah, I'm always sweet, that's okay. Alicia Rain. Right. Such an ironic name for such a dry comic. You know, her comedy it's very dry. Just much like her vagina when Chris Fryer is talking to her. Jenny! Hey, Jenny! So Jenny, she had to start a vaudeville act after Scarlett's wouldn't hire her. Add insult to injury, they actually hired Andy Swan instead. And Jenny, I've heard the only way that you can keep a man around is by using your tits as paperweights. You guys seriously. I mean, I wouldn't mind having moves like that. I got screwed here. Skylar Holtz, just look at that man. Isn't he just the cutest tall drink of water over there? 6'8", drives a Prius, lives alone with his cat, loves Magic the Gathering, Star Trek, but that's not the only thing repelling about him. You know, Skylar says that he loves to go on road trips alone in complete silence, just like when Chris Farger is nailing him from behind. You're still coming, Chris. I'm not done. You know, I heard Chris Farger actually got here tonight by riding on John Small's mustache. Did you know John Small auditioned to be in the Chippendales, but he wouldn't shut up and take off his clothes, so they benched him to the voice of Chippendales? I mean, that's at least what he tells us. He actually took his clothes off and they paid him to keep his clothes on. Now, Zach. I love you, Zach. Zach and I go back about 3 years ago, that's about it. But you know, Zach, you remind me a lot of Chris Farley. Fat, funny, and dead by the age of 33. You got 5 years, buddy. Live it up. 4, if you're lucky. So it's hard to believe that someone like Zach can go from selling booze at high V to being a successful comedian in Sioux Falls. I guess it's because we haven't ever really seen it happen. Okay, so y'all know, Zach says that he's the love child of Bob Ross and Richard Simmons, right? Okay. Well, don't you think that's a bit generous? He actually is the love child of Winnie the Pooh and Jonah Hill's pews. Alright, Zach, it's time for us to interact, just like improv. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
It's a joke about your mama.
It's a joke about your mama who?
It's a joke about your mama who is smart. She's the only one who actually wrote the punchline about Frankenstein is an allegory for man's existential quest for meaning in the industrial world. And Chris Farger can't wait to make one. It's fun. So when Zach told me about late night boom, I thought it was just a euphemism for fucking Dave Holly. You know, Zach doesn't really discriminate when it comes to what he sticks his dick in. Thank you! You can all hate me, it's fine.
All right, Emily Wilson. Well, for a comic version, she really gave it up tonight. That's popping the cherry. Woo! I'm thankful that she said you look like Chris Farley instead of Chris Farley. Goodness gracious. What a name for Chris. Then they can say that about every day. All right. Well, Skylar got roasted a little bit too. And Skylar, if you don't know, put your hands together because he has half of this place. He and Luke Johnson, co-owners of the Practice Comedy Club. And it's so great to have the venue to be here. Also, so great to have a great common scene taking place here in our fine city. We like that about him. And you know, it all comes to him in his dreams because he drinks a lot of beer and smokes a lot of weed. All right, ladies and gentlemen, bring up the co-owner of Boston's Comedy Club, Mr. Skylar Holtz. go for Dave Holly, everybody. Dave Holly actually plays the Santa Claus at the mall here in Sioux Falls. I didn't think he was creepy enough already. No, to be honest, I don't know if I would mess with Dave Holly. One time I saw somebody messing with Dave when he was dressed as Santa. Dave grabbed a giant candy cane and whipped that guy's ass. Yeah, so don't antagonize that Santa. That's the DA, DS. I know where it goes. Andy Swan is here. Yeah, give it up for Andy. Man. Andy's a good guy. Andy's always so supportive. Man. He is. I honestly, if I didn't know Andy as well as I know him, I'd be scared to roast Andy right now. And I know Andy, so I'm fucking terrified. He is very supportive, though. If there's anybody that's going to tell you that you've got a damn-ass, dope-ass set, that's going to be Andy Swan. That's the DA. He's selling these shirts at your show. Reed Baxter. Reed Baxter is here. Hasn't had a haircut since pre-COVID. Reed is a really fun name for a guy who can't. It's good to see Alicia Raines around. Alicia Raines. Alicia likes to play a game in the Midwest called Find the Tree. Because people kind of seek out their own, you know what I mean? Very large personality. Speaking of shitty personalities, Chris Fryer is here. Chris Fryer is a walk of shame that just never ends. Jenny Mac's boobs are here. Jenny once told me that seeing her breasts would change a man's life forever. And it's true. Chris saw one 6 months ago. He's been on a downward spiral ever since. The best stand-up comic in Sioux Falls is here. But enough about Jerry Irving. Let's talk about Nate Holtz. Actually, let's not talk about Nate Holtz. Jerry actually. Jerry reminds me of the drug dealer in what was that one thing? My Neighborhood, right? Yeah, Jerry's got a dank-ass dope stash. If anybody doesn't know, that's the DS. He's selling these shirts after the show. I'm excited about, and not for the reasons you think I'm excited about Jenny Mac's outfit, because we all know Americans didn't assemble that shirt. That's the D. Right, and they didn't assemble mine either, so whatever. I am excited that there's one person here that will travel farther to do shittier shows than even I will. Jamie Tucker, give it up for everybody. But enough about Jamie.
It's like Emily Wilson. I honestly, I don't know how to roast Emily Wilson. She's such an upbeat, energetic, shitty person. I don't even know what to say. John Small's here. If you don't know if you've met John Small, here's how you know. If he's still talking to you. That's how you know. Every time I see John Small in public, I'm like, damn asshole, don't start. That's the DA. Oh, let's get to the man of the hour, Zach Dresch. Zach's a good friend of mine. We were on our way to Rapid City, and he said, man, my shin's getting really sore. I might have to have you take over driving. So does your car not have cruise control? He goes, is it a biopic about Tom Cruise? Seriously, Zach looks like the lead actor in any blaxploitation film had a baby with Kung Fu Panda. I'm a little worried about tomorrow because I know tomorrow we're all going to see another depressed ass Dresch sad post. That's the DA. You guys haven't heard of so many shirts. Zach's had a lot of really cool opportunities in Sioux Falls. Actually, in this very room right here, Zach was the opening act for, what was his name? Who do we have in? Mark Christopher Lawrence, right? Yeah, we've seen him on a lot of TV shows and stuff. Zach actually opened for Mark Christopher Lawrence because he's the closest thing that Sioux Falls has to a black comic. Sorry, Jerry. Zach has had a very interesting career as the flu bug, which is completely appropriate because I'm already sick of it. Anyway, I love you, buddy. Happy birthday. Thank you so much, man. Give it up for Zach.
Oh, keep it going for Mr. Skyward. It's a wonderful facility. We are enjoying ourselves, aren't we? Yes, we are enjoying ourselves. By the way, the little light up candle and so forth, that's if you need another drink. So that the waitsmith can mosey around. Oh, look. They're lit. Or at least they're candlelit. All right, it's time to bring up yet another roaster. Oh my. She is incredible. She has started this woman's comedy scene. Man, is it good. And the first time I ever met her, I made the mistake of saying that she was a female comedian. Because she's a female comic. She's also a pro wrestler. You gotta love a woman like that. Bring her on stage. Here she is, Miss Jamie Tucker.
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, there are so many people here. They're so white too. Jesus Christ, Sioux Falls is fucking white, am I right? God damn. Jerry's the only black person I know in this town. And he's probably fucked more white women than anybody in this room.
He absolutely has, yeah. Laying pipe. Dave Holly is here, thank goodness. You know, we got a little age going on. I like to refer to Dave Holly as a reformed boomer, which means that he used to think weed was a bad thing, but now he might try it. He might. It's in a brownie or something. He's not smoking that shit, but if you feed it to him, he might eat it. Nathan Holtz is dressed all pretty. Look at him, he's so cute. Look at his shoes. Yeah, he's a sneakerhead. That's the closest he's ever gonna get to being as funny as a black mom. Nathan Holtz looks like Brian Posehn's less successful, uglier little brother. And he used to own bosses, which tells you where he's going in his life. Jerry Irving. Yeah, give it up for Jerry.
Yeah, Jerry.
Thank God. Thank God Jerry's around. Jesus Christ. Jerry and the Predator have the same salon. He went to the barber and was like, hey, have you seen the Predator? And the barber was like, I got you, fam. Chris Fryer. I would say something, but I'm not giving that asshole any attention. Jenny Mac, at least you're pretty. You know why they call her Jenny Mac? 6 billion served. John Small, holy shit, the FBI is investigating him because he's been hanging out with that insurrectionist, the My Pillow guy. Holy shit. I'm scared as fuck of this asshole now. He probably has a gun. My God. You know, I'm glad he's here. I guess there were no fairgrounds to set on fire today. It was a fucking death trap this year. Jesus Christ, get some people to handle the parking lot next time. I almost died. Shit was on fire, yo. Skylar Bolts has the same haircut as me, a middle-aged mom. Andy Swan. Such a sweetie pie. But he does look like the kind of guy that sees a cute girl in a Cannibal Corpse t-shirt and then chases her down to make her name 3 songs. Alicia Rain, my bitch. Yes, that's my bitch. She's like a 90s indie film dream girl. She looks like an Alanis Morissette album come to life. Love that bitch. Emily Wilson. I don't know who the fuck that bitch is. So I ain't got shit to say about her. She seems alright, I guess. But the man of the hour, Zach Dresch. Fucking love you. God, I love you, you dumb motherfucker. I was on a show with Zach the other day, a show called Late Night Boomin'. Yeah. It was great. But before that show, Zach told me Late Night Boomin' included hand lotion and tissue. Speaking of Zach's dick, here we go. Zach's dick is so big.
How big is it?
Okay. It makes his Jufro look small. It's like a totem pole with a small brush fire at the bottom. Zach is hung like so many natives that dared to cross the white man in Sioux Falls. Just ask Reed, no gag reflex backer. Zach's dick is so big, he has, okay. God damn it. Zach's dick is so big, he has to wear one extra wide shoe. Think about it. Yeah, we're getting into it. That's right. Zach's dick is so big, he has to wear one extra wide shoe. I already did that one. God damn. I had a drink, so I'm fucked up right now. I have absolutely no tolerance for alcohol. Girls call Zach's pubic hair the burning bush. Not because of his red hair, but because it's like a huge stone tablet. Oh, is he blushing? If it gets too bad, you can just hide behind your dick. Like a baby behind a sequoia. I'm talking redwood over there. It's fucking hung. That's why Rebecca's so happy all the goddamn time. Happy birthday to you and your giant penis. I love you, Zach. Thank you guys so much for coming.
Hey, Tucker, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness gracious. I tell you what, the woman is just on fire these days. Goodness gracious, kind of like the running bush here, yeah? All right, yeah, all right. You know, we can get something out here too. For me, I think it's time for a bear hug. Woo! I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette. Ladies and gentlemen, Andy Swan.
My back is going to be dog shit tomorrow. Before I start this, there's no other jokes for him to come, but I just want you to clap for his popcorn camouflage jacket. Dave Holly! Doing a fucking excellent job hosting.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but Dave Holly's has an entertainment company. You want to know what the name is? Big D Entertainment. Big D Entertainment. No wonder Jenny Mac came back. I'm sure it's a little unsmart. And maybe falling off because of your diabetes. Jenny Mac's here. Jenny Mac made a rule that we could not say whore or slut about women, which I don't think any dude here was going to. I was just going to call Chris Fryer a whore. You fucking ex-alky slut. What I love is, what's great about that rule that she made is, I don't know if anyone else knows this, but like everyone else except Jenny Mac was asked to be on here. She asked to be on it and made a rule. Oh, I hate that she calls herself a comedian. That's like me get laid once a year and call myself a gigolo. You're not funny. Reed Baxter. You look like a young Steve Bannon. I feel like you're 5 years away from just going to the hard right now. And also, you spent $100 on a fucking Bill and Ted Bogus Journey jersey. You're literally the biggest dork in the room. And John Small's here. Emily Wilson. I've never met you. I just feel like in a few years I'm gonna see you like in an Asian restaurant yelling at Chinese people about not speaking English. In the restaurant. This is America! I know you're talking about me! You speak English when you're here. That's you in 4 years, dog. No, I'm done. That's for me. Who else got dumb shit? So I'm really mad because nursery school lied to me. Because they told me all the king's horses and all the king's men could put Humpty Dumpty back together again, but John Small's here. He looks like an egg. Fuck you, that's great shit. Look at him! John Small runs Sunny Radio, and he has see where my tattoos are? He has the same, but it's 2 smiling suns. It makes me want to cheese grate my tattoos off. I feel like you've literally told a woman to smile multiple times. I feel like you voted for Trump for tax reasons. Skylar Boats! I love you! Skylar Boats owns Boston's Comedy Club with Luke Johnson. You should be very proud that you own something that's connected to the Rancheroni. I know we're in Boston's club, but I feel like if I ever ordered a Rancheroni, I'd have to fucking kill myself. Jamie, Barney, return? Tucker, god damn it! She crushed, but she's the head of Prairie Madness, which is her and ukulele, which if you don't know what that is, it's a white woman with feminist bangs playing a ukulele. That's my help. That's literally my help. Like, I feel like if I went to hell, she'd start singing What I Got and Bradley Mills scroll up and just be like, ah! Another person who is supposed to be on this list, who's part of Prairie Madness, is Sarah King, which I feel like Jamie had to explain what the patriarchy was too. Also, you're from Florida. Like, it's like if I went to Florida, I was like, I would start a fucking comic group and call it Gator Gumbo. Jesus Christ. We're going to flip over the page. Alicia Rain! I don't see you very often. You make me laugh and it's sweet, so this was hard. You do online stand-up. Good luck with that. I don't think anyone watches it. By the way, anyone who has a podcast, no one listens. Just yell into the void. Before we got up, I heard Ian Riley Smith say that online comedy made him better. Thank you for that. Jeremy! You got a podcast again, no one listens to it, and even if they did, they just hear mumble, mumble, mumble. And then you just, if anyone sees a stand-up, you just tell us very quickly. So, But I feel like you look like Snoop Dogg light. Like a that. You can't Snoop Lion. I think you'd be Snoop Labradoodle. Snoop Puggle. Nate Holtz! The fucking cannons. He's still fake like that. But he's the dude. But he needs everyone to like him, man. He's literally admitted that to me. I'm like, why are you telling me this? Because I'm not gonna make fun of you for it. But Nate has a little dick. And big balls. Which is hilarious because ever since he shaved, he just literally looks like a walking testicle. He looks like a nutsack with like a very small penis. Chris Fryer is a ex-recovering addict. Give it up for him for like being But he's the addict you kind of hate. Like you tell him your favorite book's The Hobbit, and he's like, isn't that a child's book? Also, he doesn't recognize sex addiction. Fucking ex-lush slut. I said it, fuck you, Jimmy. We're going to come to the king. Everyone give it up for Dresch right now. Okay. One of the things, I think the meeting went like this. So we want to do an advertising campaign about how people should get their flu shot. And what does the flu do to you? Well, it gives you night sweats, gives you diarrhea, makes you vomit, feverish. If only we could embody that in a human person. I got the guy. Dresch loves popcorn. I fucking hate it. You know what I hate? Let me just sing you lyrics to a pop-up song that was written by a man who was in his late 20s. I wish I was smart. I wish I was care for how people are. I wish I was brave. I wish I feel no pain because I feel so bad. That guy was in his late 20s and a millionaire. He should be murdered for war crimes. Dresch, Becca, I'm so stoked you met you. Because Dresch, a couple of Dresch's lady friends that he's hanging out with, they said this line: I'm not like anyone else. There's 8 billion people on the planet, you're not a fucking unicorn! You nutty broad! So, thank you, Becca, for not being like involuntary insane. I'm hungry. But I'm gonna close with this, like, because you gotta say something nice about. He's one of my best friends. One of my favorite things about doing stand-up is I'm friends with a bunch of people I probably never would have been friends with. And he's one of my best friends that I've met through it. He is himself completely. He would, if I needed him, he'd drop whatever he's doing to be there. I love you. You're my friend. Thanks for coming.
Danny Swan, everybody. Thought he was going to lift you like a chair. I don't think he goes to a chiropractor anymore. Oh, I guess we've made fun of him a little bit tonight. A little bit in the operative order because of this. But our next presenter, the oxymoron, Big John Small. I'm sure he's glad that his name is John without Johnson. Big Johnson, small. But then maybe that's why he has all those pictures of Jenny Mac. All the artwork in his home is of Jenny Mac. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, from Sunny Radio, Big John Small.
All right, let's hear it from Dave Holly, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you that know me, I'm pretty well known for talking a lot. And I never remember anything, so I had to use a calculator for my age. I mean, I don't remember anything. So I brought some notes. It's 2 columns, so how much time I got? 15, 20 minutes? No, that was pretty quick. But the other thing I'm known for is I'm a clean comic amongst, all this. And I didn't know how I was going to say the terrible, awful things that I need to say about these people. But the good news is last year I acquired, during COVID, I had some time on my hands, so I acquired new talent as a ventriloquist. So nobody here knew that because I've never done this outside of my home yet. But I brought my friend a dirty little sock. He can say anything. So you guys, he's also a smoker. So if you guys want to say hello to Sacco. Hey everybody, how you doing? What's that? You can see my lips? Oh, I forgot. I learned this in 2020, so. That's good help. I think it's good. All right, so, and it also, does that help you? You can't see them. And they can't see your mustache either. This is so stupid. Let's hear it for Dave Holly, everybody, our host for this evening. I'm glad that he's here, really as heaven. That also means you're not the oldest one here. Dave is really busy this time of year. He's Santa Claus. That's pretty cool. That also means if he says he wants to come down your chimney, it might not be a sexual thing. I almost became a pastor. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't be up here. Nate Holtz is here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear for Nate Holtz. Nate Holtz has lost some weight. He's looking really good. Let's hear for that, too. That means John is definitely the fattest one here. Nate also, something you guys might not know, Nate went to school, got a theater major, just like Zach. These guys got that. They're both comics. They got that in common, which is cool. So he went to school to be a theater major. You went to school for a theater major, which explains why he works at Guitar Center. But he's doing a lot of comedy. He's traveling all over the place. He's married with a daughter. His wife and daughter support him. His wife actually pays for the gas money for him to get to the gigs. Chris Fryer is here tonight as well, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear for Chris Fryer. And Chris and Nate actually have something in common. They're both recovering. They're in recovery, which is cool. And Sacco, no jokes about that. That's not funny. It's really cool. The strongest people I know, in all seriousness, are people who quit and they say no each and every day. Let's hear for people in recovery. That is awesome. So right now, I think it's time to tell Zach the truth. This is not a roast. Zach, this is your intervention. We love you. And somebody that's maybe having an intervention next year, Skylar Bolts, everybody. Listen to Skylar Bolts. He's a very funny local comic, co-owner of Boston's Comedy Club. I don't know if you guys know this. He turned down a big a big part in Late Night Booming, the new show that Zach has. He's on that. Even Skylar didn't know that. That's news to him tonight as well. But he turned out a big part in that show, unlike Jenny Mack, who's never turned out a big part. That's a dick joke. That was a very dirty sock, I'm sorry. No, speaking of Jenny Mack, she's well known for her looks, but she does have the second best hair here tonight, right behind Reed Baxter. Reed Baxter, everybody, self-proclaimed nerd. Reed recently got married, though, and his wife is super nice, and she's hot, and possibly being held hostage by Reed. Blink twice if you need help. She's signed up at the moment. Sarah King was supposed to be here tonight. She recently just got a new job at Cracker Barrel, which means she'll be seeing Dave Holly a lot more. Just saying, Cracker makes Jerry giggle. I've enjoyed getting to know Jerry Irving. Let's hear for Jerry over here. Awesome, dude. Very funny guy. Most of my guy, though, he's a plumber, but he's also a veteran, a hero, and a great dude. Hey, Jerry, just to be clear, this is not blackface. The only Sharpie John had was black. Jamie Tucker is here tonight. Let's hear for Jamie. Very funny comic. Fairly Little Sioux Falls. I just learned, though, that she was in a death metal band, and in a marching band. Yeah, but not a death metal marching band. Why not? Keep tripping on the chords? I've never heard of a death metal marching band. Who else do I have here? Oh, Alicia Ray is here. Alicia Ray down here, been a librarian for several years. So guys, you can check her out if you know what I mean. But if you bring her back late, there's a fee. Emily Wilson. You guys heard from Emily earlier. She's a runner. She's got like marathons and half marathons and 5Ks. Let's just say she runs a lot. And Andy Swan, on the other hand, gets the runs a lot. Zach Dresch, by the way. Oh, Andy Swan says he's a liberal who does not like liberals. I've never even heard of that before. But a liberal who does, is that a true thing? A liberal that doesn't like liberals. Talk about a self-loathing comedian. So, ladies and gentlemen, the man of the hour behind me back here, let's hear it for Zach Dresch. Zach has got a lot of stuff going on. He's in several bands. I don't think he even knows how many for sure. He's the flu bug on TV and billboards, the co-host of Late Night Booming. He's also a budding TikTok star. Hey Dave, TikTok is an app that the kids use. Never mind. Zach has been pretty fortunate to find true love as well. Let's hear it for Rebecca. She's here tonight. Yeah, Zach has Rebecca moaning a few times a week now. Hey, bitching and moaning counts as moaning. I think that's enough aside, though. I just lost 5 bookings while I've been standing here. So, ladies and gentlemen, I do think we need to say right now, Zach is one of the kindest people, not just in this room, not just in this town, but like on the planet. Yeah. And I'm a huge fan. I'm wearing one of his shirts tonight. One of your biggest fans. This is a 3X, and I am stretching it to its limits. So, put your hands together for Zach Dresch one more time. There's John Small. Yes. It's good to know he likes dirty socks.
I like casual socks.
If you caught it.
Remember, the phone lines are still open, 605. There we go. You know, and John is from here. So is our next presenter. But remember, now she's moving to Sioux Falls, and what can we all collectively say? Whee! All right, here she is, the very funny, the very talented, and very big out tonight, Alicia Ray!
Thank you guys. What a turnout, huh? Yeah. Because Zach Dresch is the best. That's your new shirt right there. I love the Brownie shirt though. Okay, purchase in the back. Forget about that VADS bullshit. We got brownies right over there. Brownies right over there. Yeah, Skylar Volks, he's like, I have a big VHS collection. And it's just like, some people do Netflix and chill. Skylar Volks does VHS and masturbate. Because he's alone. I just want to go ahead and thank you to John Small for fulfilling every trope of a white cis male. Thank you, John. Thank you, John. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're both from Huron, and you can tell that's a hot town because people mispronounce it urine on purpose. Roasting the hometown. That's right. That's right. That's right. John Small, he looks like the guy that circles the parking lot at a Target while he waits for his Karen wife to finish chewing out the manager. He's not a Karen, he's a Darren. I feel like Sacco's actual name should be Defeat, because he's like a double entendre right there. Defeat. Right? Because he was the exact opposite of Triumph. Comic back. And the fact that it wasn't funny. Yeah. I had more stuff about John, but let's just move on. Dave Holly, apparently he has an IQ of 158, but he still needs help with his email. Well, John, it might be in your spam folder. Look in your spam folder. Not the canned meat, John. No. He's real smart. Real smart guy. Nate Holtz in the house. Everyone's like, oh, he's lost so much weight. Big deal. Big whoop. We all done that. Been there. And then did it again and again and again. Whatever. Moving on. Yeah, but the Wicked Witch of the West did call, and she wants her laugh back. I don't think it's cool to make fun of someone's joy noise. I don't, like, you know when Nate Holtz is in the house and you can hear him and you're like, yeah, that was a good joke. Nate's laughing at it. It's still loud as fuck. It's loud. Yeah. Let's see. Jerry Irving smokes a lot of weed. Why don't I have your number? Is it like a Venmo, like a Cash App? No, it's Cash App. It's Cash App. I got it. No, wait, I get it. That's fine. Yeah. Jerry also has a podcast, and it's kind of like, Jerry's podcast is kind of like a woman where most people don't listen to it. Kind of like a tanning bed up here. I just roasted women, everybody. Roasted women. Yeah, Emily, I don't know your last name. That's all right. I'm so sorry that Chris Fryer ghosted you. I'm so- okay. Sorry for that. Yeah, Chris Fryer, he's kind of like a Reader's Digest in the fact that he's got a lot of issues. Yeah. Yeah, but he's also like your grandma who has the shakes because he spills the tea. That guy's a drama queen right there. DQ in the house. DQ, you guys. That is correct. Oh man, Andy Swan. Thanks, man. That's awesome. My favorite part of Andy Swan is the fact that he super wants to be a werewolf, you guys. He like wants it so bad. He wants it so bad that every time he chokes on his sleep apnea machine, he thinks it's howling. Bring the big dreams, guys. Bring those big dreams. Big dreams. He's got the big dreams. He wants to be a werewolf. Get into it, guys. Oh my God, Sarah King was supposed to be here tonight, and all I have to say is everybody wishes. Great. I really love the fact that Jamie came to town, doing all the good stuff that you're supposed to be doing, empowering women, all that stuff. But Jamie's kind of like a they, them pronoun. What am I supposed to call you now? Like what? What? All right. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. It'll be all right. Let's see. Anybody else? Who cares? So, Zach, Dresch, man of the hour. Zach Dresch is the best. Oh man, I feel like Zach's mom was a total liar. Yeah, she lied about when you were actually born because he's way too nice to be a Scorpio. Roasted the horoscope, you guys. Roasted the horoscope. Okay. Did Thanksgiving come early? Because that turkey just got roasted, you guys. You guys. Oh man, he's got a new band out. He's calling it the Dreshmen. The Dreshmen. And then I was like, no, that's not a good name. And then he's like, no, wait a minute, maybe the Redreshmans. And I'm like, I don't know if that's a good name. And you're like, yeah, that seems fair. Hey, that's for Zach only. These jokes are just for Zach. Let's see. What a nice guy. Everyone's like, oh, Zach is so nice. Let me tell you a story about Zach Dresch. Okay, he helped somebody move, and then he paid for the beer and pizza. What an asshole. What a jerk. Oh, man.
Fuck you.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, this is quite the marshmallow. Because Zach Dresch just got roasted. Hey, ready, guys? Thank you.
Let's get it going, please, right? Nice stuff. Well, I'm going to take a look at the notes. Who do I introduce next? You're the cheerleader. Yeah, okay, but before I do that, that's the second reference that's been made to Sarah King. And, you know, if you take a look at the Prairie Madness promo photos and so forth, things are kind of, you know.
Spicy.
Spicy is a good word. So, a couple of weekends ago, my wife and I had to go to a party over at the Rush where she works. And Carrie says, isn't that Sarah King? Well, looks a little bit like her. And then we finally decided it was, but we just didn't recognize her because she had so many clothes on. All right. You know what? Jerry Irving really looks up to Skylar Holtz. And it's not just because of the height difference. It's because when he got to Sioux Falls, found out, hey, Skylar smokes weed. I'm in. Well, he's in tonight. Here he is from Detroit. Now living in the Sioux Falls, Mr. Jerry Irving.
Hi, everybody. I appreciate that, I really do. Just seeing as how Zach got this fucking throne, and look what that gave me. It was my birthday too, goddamn. It's been a while since I've been around. I'm glad I got to come out here. I've just been working out in this small ass town. I really enjoy this part of the Midwest. It's kind of interesting. I've noticed the whole Midwest wave thing that you guys do. It's like you're just driving there and and it's fucking, I've been trying to perfect it. Like anytime somebody does it to me, I like catch it too late. And it's like I know they don't see it, right? And fucking, or they don't see me when I do it. You know? And I know anytime that they do it to me, you know, all they see is. John's here. Hi, John. John's a really cool guy. John, every time I see John, he kind of like reminds me of the dad I wish I had. But see, the thing is, then he starts talking, and then I wish he was like the dad I had. I've been on TikTok lately, and I don't know why, but like as soon as I got on, they started showing me tits. And so I've developed this thing for stepmoms and ladies who can tell me to clean my room, you know. And in hopes of future planning and shit like that. I'm not saying shit about Jenny, so just looking, I'm going, hi Emily. How are you? Me and Emily used to go on walks together. And then one day she noticed me, and then it became a run. Obviously, I'm mad as shit though. I left the house like, I'm gonna have the most ridiculous shirt here. And then she fucking walks in. Shit's impossible. My friends are all up here. Chris Fryer's here. I'm not touching Chris. Which apparently no female in Sioux Falls has ever said before. Jamie Tucker is here. We're glad to remember that. Well, let's give it up for Jamie Tucker and her dress. Which reminds me of the Saved by the Bell cutscene. It really is just camo to hide her long titties. Alicia, are you really moving to Sioux Falls? Yeah. I'm fucking excited about that. Hell yeah. There's another one of my friends here. She's from Huron. She has a joke about this giant fucking pheasant cock statue. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. That's the only cock she'll ever see. Baby Swan. I love that guy too. He like reminds me of an alcoholic failed Captain Underpants that grew up. It's like a special place in my heart, you know? I really like this shirt, and I'm mad that Emily stole my thunder. And when you say you thought Dave was going to be someone with late night blooming, like look at him. What Dave and late night? Get the fuck out of here. Ladies, Dave has been up this millennium. Becca's here. She could put this on. Let's give another round of applause. Little known fact about Becca and Zach, they were supposed to be a one night stand, and then Zach was supposed to take the walk of shame, but look at him. I ordered a Jesus blow up doll on Wish, and they sent me read back. Y'all done heard a lot about me tonight. One of the things, Jerry's the black comic in the room. All right, let's just be fair. I'm the only fucking comic in this room. You've also heard that I smoke weed, and while that's not true, you may notice a certain aroma around me. But the thing is, I bought these like candles and incense that smell like weed. So don't assume. Don't assume that smoke, guys. Come on, that's the D-A-D-A! That's why I don't smoke, man. That's why I don't smoke. I forgot to talk about Zach. But honestly, the thing is, come on, Zach is so fucking nice. I mean, come on. I can't even fucking roll Zach. Come on, seriously. I asked Zach for a fucking change for a 20. He gave me a 50. He told me to stay the same. I made the mistake of going to the strip club with Zach one time. One fucking time. He's in there looking strippers in the eye, giving them back their clothes and shit. They told him his real fucking name, her real name. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do with this? I really can't do it. So Zach, I fucking love you. I really do. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you, Jerry. There it is. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, look, he's already, he's pacing over on the wings. He's ready. Now, what is there to be said about Chris Fryer that hasn't been said tonight? Yeah, it's kind of, isn't it? The whole hands are going up here. No? All right, so he's really wishing this wasn't a roast. He was hoping it would be an open mic night because he always brings a different woman to an open mic night. Here he is, Chris Fryer.
Thanks, everybody. I'm getting a lot of inquisitive text messages. Dear Molly, Dave Holly asked Zach if he could host his roast, and Zach said, "Yeah, okay, boomer." Dave thought that was a yes for some reason. Skylar Bolts is here. He had to prepare for the roast, so before he came here, he unboxed his Prius. I'm not talking about smoking weed. Nathan Holtz. Nathan Holtz told us that he's desperate for people to like him. He should just stop at the word desperate. John Small, a man with a face for radio and a personality to match it. Whenever we're in a room and people are like, which guy is John Small? And we tell them, just close your eyes and listen. They find John Small. Yeah, John Small is a good guy. He is. But that mustache needs to be on a registry. Andy Swan. Andy Swan looks like a guy who has a brother who's in a hardcore band, and he gets hand-me-down clothes from him. Andy Swan used to make fun of incels, but it was kind of embarrassing until he found out what the word incel meant. It's okay, he can take it. Andy Swan actually has a great smile, too. He actually has more teeth than DUIs. But every day that passes, that fact becomes less and less true. Jenny. Me and Zach were talking, and I was like, you know what this roast needs? This roast needs a smoking hot blonde. So I called up Jenny, and I asked her if she had Emily's phone number. Emily, don't really know Emily. Don't really know her. Don't really talk to her. Let's keep it that way. Jamie Tucker. She got married at 17, was a teen mom, grew up in a double wide, and she's married to a man with a juggalo tattoo. That's not even a joke. In the 90s, she tried to get on the Jerry Springer show, but they told her she was overqualified. She has a comedy troupe called Prairie Madness, which I told her sounds like an STD you get from visiting Iowa. Sorry, Iowa. And this man laughing behind me is Zach Dresch. More like Zach Mess. Am I right? Zach looks like a baby with giantitis. Zach is such a nice guy. Everybody knows Zach is a nice guy. In fact, Zach is so nice, he started a GoFundMe to buy the morning after pills for all of his prostitutes. Really, we all love Zach. I'm so glad he asked me to come up here and talk shit. Everybody.
Thank you, Chris Ryder. Awesome. Oh, my goodness. We're getting close. Okay, which is what Becca told you, and then too. Our last roaster before we get to humanity. Oh, shit, it's not an hour, it's like 2 hours. All these.
Whose fault is that, Dave?
All these people that were supposed to be 5 to 7 minutes. Well, if he crushes it, he's allowed anyway, because he's damn funny. And he's a great guy. He can't play the guitar, but he works at Guitar Center. He'll find you a disco, too. Here he is, everybody, Nate Holtz.
Oh, Dave, Holly, it's so nice that Sunny Oaks let you out past visiting hours. Father Christmas, everybody. His wife is sick of saying Christmas came early. Seriously, the Dave Holly hour would be Dave Holly 10 minutes if you would just get to it. Having on your podcast again. Jenny Mac is here. Jenny Mac has a stalker with bad taste. I'm serious. Jenny Mac has the personality of a young stripper and the body of one her age. You look like an Instagram filter. I don't even know if I want to do this. Chris Barr has gotten beaten up. So, Chris is a pretty good dude. He is also the only one we can call slut up here. We have a lot of slut jokes locked and loaded, and he was it. So, if vanilla was a person, it'd slap him on the back and be like, dude, liven up. What pisses me off about Chris Pryor is he's got such great hair. He's got a good full set of hair, like it's salt and pepper, and yet he just does this Don Draper basic ass bullshit. While Reed Baxter's looking here like, I need to sign a form to show that he did apply for a job, right? Reed Baxter, I officiated his wedding. Yeah. Surprise, it's not legal. Got you. Got him. Alicia Rain, the least sexy librarian, is here. I've spent enough time with Alicia Rain. Some of you don't know, but ladies, Jerry Irving eats ass. But honestly, he'd eat anything a little after 4 p.m. asked Jerry how racist I can be. He's like, as racist as you want. I'm like, that's the only joke I got for you. I'm a good person. Jamie Tucker out here looking like she is in Tim Burton's Wizard of Oz. Jamie is like the pre-cum from a ketchup bottle. What if I just left it there? Jamie's like the pre-cum from a ketchup bottle. No matter what I do, it still manages to ruin my meal. Oh my God. Look at this tall drink of Flip Michigan water. I would love to go up on Skylar Bulls. Six, 6'8". 6'8". Just like his jokes, you can see him a mile away. Dude looks like he's the offspring of Shaggy and Larry Bird. There you go. Andy Swan doesn't give a fuck. Andy Swan doesn't give a fuck. Andy Swan doesn't give a fuck. Unless you say anything about it. Andy Swan like comic books before the movies. So get out of here with your Captain America bullshit t-shirt, you little cunt. That's what he said at my daughter's birthday. John Small has a mustache that says, "Where the weed at?" But not in a fun way. Seriously, John, you're making Jerry nervous. Emily Wilson, the beautiful Emily Wilson. She doesn't want me to say this, but I had to. She has a famous relative. I can't tell you who, but it's a volleyball. You can see the resemblance. White and leathery. Marathon runner, if that didn't piss you off. She'll tell you which CrossFit gym is the best. Emily is out here looking like, out here with Michelle Obama arms and the body of a crackhead. All right, Zach. Jesus, that jacket is gross. Looks like a trailer park flooring. Like, it's a laminate jacket. Zach had a pregnancy scare. Zach was a pregnancy scare. Thanks to Zach's Insta, we all know that pop punk doesn't age well. But the fans stay the same age. All right. It's a joke for people who went to a work tour.
Zach's Spotify is the soundtrack for suicide. John, Spotify is what you do, but like, better. I love you, Zach. Your laugh is like sleep apnea. Zach has a superpower. Some of you don't know this. Zach, if you say any band that's been on Saturday Night Live, he can tell you who was the host, right? Maroon 5.
Christina Aguilera the first time.
Christina Aguilera hosted for Maroon 5.
Second time was Zach Braff.
That's incredible, right? That's incredible. That's incredible. That's insane. Zach, what does a vagina feel like? I'm kidding, buddy. This was so hard to write and do because every single one of these people are goddamn saints, right? And we are so appreciative of you guys being here for 3.5 hours. To laugh at inside jokes that most of you didn't get. But it's because we all freaking love this wonderful human being. Can we give them a round of applause? Zach, I love you so much. You're one of my best friends. I appreciate you. I love you. And you don't look a day over 60.
Hey, Holtz, everybody. 29, that's half of 58. So this is what you're going to look like. Welcome to the future. You will keep a lot of that body. Man boobs especially. I call them options. Nate Holtz, you were so right. We are all here tonight because of the guy sitting back here who's probably, if he doesn't have hemorrhoids, I know he's going to soon, because he's been sitting on his ass a long time. But he is the man of 2 hours plus. Stand up, let this man know how much you love him. The roast, the birthday boy, Zach Dresch.
Thank you guys. Give it up for Dave Holly. Isn't he old?
Oh my god. I didn't memorize this shit. But no, Dave is one of the most optimistic people I've ever met in my life. Just the last year, I was like, hey Dave, do you want to go see Rob Zombie with me? And he was like, fantastic. Let's go in the pit. Here's my impression of Dave introducing every comic tonight. Now, before I bring up Nathan Holtz, I'd like to discuss why Fishing in the Dark is my favorite song of all time. It's about you and me. Dave is a portly, jolly, white-bearded man who eats endless amount of cookies, drinks lots of milk, and at one point weighed over 420 pounds. Oh, and he also played Santa Claus, too. Much like Santa Claus, his comedy career is debatable as to whether it's real or not. Did his first stand-up comedy set last year. Talk about a late boomer. At this point in your career, it's more sit-down comedy. Dave Holly is the Sioux Falls version of the meme,
How do you do, fellow kids? Jenny's here, Jenny Mack is here. Jenny's comedy is a lot like Schindler's List. I'm laughing because no one else is. Jenny, I'm not sure whether to be flattered by your crush or not, because I remember you saying backstage that you love John Small's mustache. So. Not sure if I should buy into the hype. You love doing theater. You're known for playing the floozy roles. Oh, sorry, that's for Chris Fryer. My bad. I'm not done with you, Chris. It's not as bad as everyone else, though. Everyone, who am I? Nate Holtz. Pretty accurate. Flashes me his breasts all the time. Reed Baxter is there. Reed Baxter. Reed has done stand-up comedy since 2005, and this is his biggest show yet. I think I just insulted both of us. Reed is kind of like Seth Rogen. He's done comedy for a few years, wears glasses. He's got a small penis. It's not my best one. Reed is an avid fan of hip-hop music, but looks like he's only ever heard of Will Smith and the Humpty Dance. Reed used to wrestle in high school. His signature move was the power bottom. Still is. Here's my impression of Reed Baxter hosting any comedy show. Give it up for this guy! What's your name? Jack, what the fuck? Get up on stage. Come on. Emily Wilson is here. If pumpkin spice latte were a person. Emily is a huge Dave Matthews Band fan and wants everyone, including me at 10 o'clock at night via text, to know about it. Emily works out all the time. She's been known to run away from her problems. Seriously, figure that shit out. She lives in a household of only men. She's been around so much testosterone that she actually asks to borrow my bras. You also say that you have chicken boobs. And when I said chicken, Andy Swan salivated a little bit. Andy Swan, everybody. Andy Swan. Everybody. Andy Swan is so fat. Thanks for being on the show, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for dressing up to be here. I was gonna wear my corrosion of conformity shirt, but I figured, nah, too much. Here's my impression of Andy Swan at any comedy show. You know, it'd be a bad nickname, Diarrhea Jones. Who's talking? Shut the fuck up! Fucking leave, it's fine. You guys like new metal? Skylar Bolts is here. Skylar has as many tall jokes as there have been presidents. So like 46, I think. And unlike Skylar's tall jokes, at least 40 of those presidents had the decency to die. Skylar's one of the hardest working people I know, and it's paid off. He's got a huge fan in his house. And like his comedy, it blows. Whenever you go to the bonus round and order a tall boy, that's actually code for Skylar's part-time job as an escort. You know what? Chris Fryer's taking him up on that a time or two.
I'm not done with you yet.
Here's my impression of Skylar Bulks at any comedy show. Well, I should stress. Here's a paid comedy show. Hey guys, it's great to be here. I've been making some improvements in my life. I've been lifting weights. And here is Skylar at an open mic. You guys have been working on my figure a little bit. Been lifting weights. It's an inside joke. Jamie Tucker's here. Jamie, you tall glass of salt water. Jamie is from Florida, but despite that, she's a good person. She's the kindest soul. She'd give you the bra off her back, but she only owns two, and she lets me use the one she's not wearing because they're custom made and they fit for large-breasted people like us. So. Jamie met her husband on MySpace. John Small is here. She met her husband on MySpace. She said she was attracted to his music taste and rugged handsomeness, but I think she just needed someone to fill her top 8. Reed knows what I'm talking about in wrestling, right, buddy? Filling your top 8, I don't know. It sounded dirty. Jamie, you goth Karen. She won't speak to your manager, but she will DM them. If Karen were a juggalo, it's Jamie. John Small is here. John Small. John is the owner of Sunny Radio, but I don't think enough people know about his fantastic job as the title character in the hit 2007 film Paul Blart Mall Cop. I prefer to listen to you on Sunny Radio because when I've had enough, I'm just turn you off. Here's my impression of John Small doing stand-up. So my wife and I bought a camper, right? And she goes, I didn't want a camper. I'm like, well, you got this camper now. We're going to have to deal with it. Let's go on some adventures. She's like, I don't want this camper. What are you talking about? I'm like, honey, let's just have a discussion. And this goes on for 20 minutes. Alicia Rain is here. Alicia Rain, my good friend. When Alicia talks on stage, it kind of sounds like you filled up a balloon and you're just letting it out, like, I mean. Alicia, you remind me of every sarcastic sidekick on a sitcom, except you've had a boatload of fentanyl. Tell me about it, sister. Jerry Irving's here, my good friend Jerry. Jerry is a plumber and he also smokes a lot of weeds. I guess you could say he's a big old fan of the pipes. Jerry's a fantastic stand-up comedian, I assume. I can't really hear him whenever he talks. Mike goes by the mouth. You know, Chris, you know what I'm talking about with the... It's a dick-sucking joke. Jerry prefers to sit down during his act. At least Dave Holly has an excuse. I think you're just fucking lazy. Jerry's got a podcast. I feel the same way about your podcast that Republicans feel about the vaccine. I'm sure it exists, but I'm good. Roasted you. Here's my impression of Chris Fryer doing stand-up comedy.
All tonight's jokes were written in English and will be spoken in English. Do you ever get so baked that you're actually a chocolate chip cookie? That's me.
if you could tone down your energy on stage, that would be really great. If I ever need a sleep aid to fall asleep, I used to fall asleep to waterfalls and relaxation tapes. Now I just fall asleep to your sets on YouTube. How do we roast you without slut shaming you? It's impossible. I should call you Chris Trier. I'm honoring the women tonight and not making promiscuous or slutty jokes, so all the ones I wrote are now for Chris Fryer, so here we go. Tonight's show was sponsored by 5 guys that Chris blew before the show. I still wanted to tell that joke, so I had to change it up. Finally, Nathan Holtz, my good buddy Nathan Holtz is here. Crushed it.
Fuck you guys.
Nate was a bald Eagle Scout. He'd say he wasn't bald when he heard the title, but I call bullshit. Nate went to college on a singing scholarship. They had him carry music stands on their choir tours because his choir director said, "You can't carry a tune, might as well carry these." Can't sing. So to explain it. He majored in theater like I did, so it's safe to say neither of us have successful careers ahead of us. The only redhead role on Broadway is Annie, so. The sun will come out tomorrow, man. Gotta put on some suntan lotion. You can't handle it. Nate, you look like a lumberjack that's never done an honest day's work. Nate has been clean for 12 years now. Good up for Nate. Yes. He has not done drugs in 12 years, and yet his favorite band is the Grateful Dead. How does that add up at all? When you hang out with Nate in the car on a road trip, be prepared to hear the words, "Check out this banjo solo." Thank you guys so much for being here. It seriously means the world to me. When I showed up tonight, Jerry's like, "Look at this crowd." I'm like, "Not enough." We're the Premier Center. But no, thank you all seriously so much for being here. When my birthday happened last week, I was like, you know what? My self-esteem isn't low enough. Let's do a roast. And everyone here tonight just did an amazing job. Give it up for everyone tonight. Emily, Jamie, Jenny, Jerry, John, Nate, Reed, and Skylar. All of them are amazing. Some special thank yous real quick. I want to thank my good friend Alyssa Nix for giving us this throne. Holy shit. This is pretty cool. For Cassandra Nixon for also helping out with the throne, getting all the faux fur and all this stuff. It's faux fur. So I want to clarify. For Augustana for giving us a great deal on flyers as well too. Yes. Jake Cox for this jacket. Yeah. For my good buddy Cole Anderson for helping put together. We're gonna show a video about some people saying hello and a shout out and insulting me, but we had some tech issues, so we're gonna post it on Facebook and share it. So you can check it out there. So, Becca, a wonderful old friend, responsible for all of this. Give it up for Becca, everyone. You oversaw everything. You took all the details into task, and it means the world to me. I love you so much. So thank you for that. And after the show, Skylar's got merch, as he's clearly talked about, a lot. Nate's got some merch as well. I've got some brownie shirts back there. Otherwise, if you want to take pictures of me on the throne after the show, fun because we're not going to have this thrown for much longer, so I think it'd be fun to take some photos, eh? If you want to, also, I don't get a tip jar or something, but I encourage you to tip if you feel inclined to, because all these fantastic comedians perform for you guys. I want to compensate them somehow, even more as a thank you. So if you feel like tipping anything, whatever, feel free. You know, it's no pressure, but $5 is great. Just kidding. But thank you guys so much for being here. I love you guys so much. Thank you. Thank Holly, everybody.
All right, Tom Dresch, stand up. Give it one more round. Let him know how much. All right, hey, thank you all for coming out tonight. It's been a pleasure to be here at Boston's Comedy Club. Thank you to everybody on the dais. Thank you to all of you. Make sure you drive carefully tonight on your way home, all right? We'd rather read and talk to you than about you. Take care.